Single Simulcast is about a lot of things. This podcast may make you laugh, cry, or pound your fists into your desk. If you hear something you like or something you don't, leave a voicemail at 916-572-9016 or email us at singlesimulcast@gmail.com.
1. Single Simulcast.
So we got Jeremy in here.
Niggas.
Jeremy.
Oh shit! Oh shit, son!
Oh, we live, baby.
Yeah, you got a lot of explaining to do, Hotep.
Wow.
Hotep Hogan.
Wow.
Actually, I want to commend you on how much growth you've made over the past 7 to 8 years.
It's fine.
But still, you know, a nigga got to call you Hotep Hogan.
It's fine. It's fine.
When
it's
it
fine.
comes crashing down and you're all alone, dun 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 dun, you must be stuck in the friend zone. Dun 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 dun. If you heard it once, you've heard it twice. You don't turn a hoe into a housewife.
What did
Jeremy's thoughts
what did I
from
just get down into?
2010. These are Jeremy's thoughts from
Hey,
2010.
Stephanie.
Hey, darling. Hey, Suge. How you doing?
I'm wine drunk. I just hopped on. Niggas. I just saw the DM. I was like, oh, y'all niggas recording. I'm wine drunk. Let's get checking.
These are Jeremy's thoughts from 2010.
Oh, my
These are the
gosh.
facts.
Woo.
These are the facts.
Oh, my
Hilarious.
gosh. Jeremy was delivered.
Hashtag forged receipts.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
God. I'm so proud of Bianca for finding all those.
Oh, my gosh.
And
You proud of her. I pretty much hate her, but it's fine. I guess she all right, I guess.
Bianca is Black Twitter CSI.
I
It's
love
like,
her.
whoo, don't get on her bad side.
I just want to find out her secrets. I'm like, how did you dig so deep? She got in there like those doctors go after a pimple.
Child, she been doing that since we been friends. Shit. She terrorizes me with them, but it's fine. It's whatever. I guess I love her or whatever. But it's
when
fine.
it comes crashing down and you're all alone, dun 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 dun. dun. Just
Oh my
think
God.
of some more tweets from Jeremy's dome, dun 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 dun.
What is
dun,
going
dun.
on? What is going on?
Rashanii being himself.
Oh, well, all right.
If you see some ash, it's from 10 years ago. You gotta understand that my nigga did grow. Jeremy is a grown up now.
Hilarious.
Put up your
Absolutely.
lighters.
Absolutely hysterical.
You knew what was gonna happen. You're lucky Shantae's not here.
I was just about to ask, where's Shantae?
See, what had happened was this. See, so I was talking with Rainbow, and Rainbow was like, yo, I'm free whenever y'all have a space available. And I was like, cool, we have a space available on Friday. And then I forgot to tell Shantae that we had a space available on Friday for her, too.
Oh, goodness.
It be your own co-host.
So Shantae's doing, like, family stuff. But I got my other 2 co-hosts with me because it takes, like, 5 of y'all to take her place.
Clearly.
Takes a nation
That's
of
fine.
millions to...
Look, I know I'm the left arm of that Voltron that's Shantae. I'm cool.
Wait, ain't nothing wrong with the left arm. That's the one that I use.
I'm just saying. I'm like, it takes a lot. Look, it takes 5 lions to form Voltron, and I know
I'm
my
the
place.
I'm the pinky toe.
But it only takes one arm to... Never mind.
I'm
Okay,
the pink,
goodbye. Nope.
I'm the pinky toe.
Goodbye.
I'm the pinky toe that was stubbed that niggas trying to sue Issa Rae over.
Boy,
You know what?
You know what?
you know...
y'all already knew what this was.
I knew what I came for. This is my
me,
kind of carrying on.
This is me plus on wine drunk, and then I'm finna drink a whole nother bottle by my damn self. Y'all know what this is. Y'all know what it is.
Lordy. Oh, you gonna put up more thirst trap picks still?
I hope not. I
All
hope
right.
not.
Is it Hennessy infused fish grease time?
Hennessy
Rainbow.
Hennessy and fish grease. Now I'm gonna save the thirst traps for tomorrow when I get a haircut.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All them rainbow haired girls gonna be sliding in the DMs.
But I just want to say, single simulcast episode 313, I think. Yeah, doggone it. I am fortunate enough to be joined by two of my favorite co-hosts, Stephanie, again from the Mocha Minutes podcast, and Jeremy from Ratchet Rambling and Crown and Collard.
Vice President Big Knees.
Yes.
And then we are joined by the beloved, the illustrious Rainebeaux herself. And we're just
Mortimer, I'm back.
horns.
I'm actually a fan of the fact that movie went through the span of two separate movies where he was like, I gotta have them in Coming to America. I really thought that was dope. Like, that was the first, like, MCU moment that I ever had as a child, was them showing up in another movie. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, it's the equivalent of to me, it was like, oh, I know them, and that was almost like the first time you saw Tony Stark or Nick Fury show up in two separate Marvel movies. And that was back in like '85. Eddie Murphy was ahead of the game.
Hey, disclaimer, I never saw Trading Places, so I technically have no business using that quote.
Okay, let me fill you in real quick. I think this should take a minute. A white guy who's really rich and a black guy who's really poor get...
I got the premise. I just never saw it in its entirety.
Oh.
I've seen bits and pieces. I never sat down and actually watched it in its entirety.
Same thing for me in The Color Purple.
Okay.
Except for in the entirety, it's in the not at all. I've never seen The Color Purple.
Okay, see, you ruined my joke. Again...
I was just trying to walk with you.
And you tripped me. And you tripped. You just tripped the cuss out of me. My face is in the sand. I'm eating sand now, bruh.
Now it's going to be a nigga on Twitter with a thread that's saying you assaulted him and trying to sue you.
Yep. You're lucky she don't have a Facebook, because she blasts you on Facebook.
Oh, I already know that. I'm well aware of the fact that if the Rainebeaux had a Facebook, it would literally be the livest motherfucker in the world.
Yep.
I'd follow. But I thought we were vibing right there. Like, I thought we were having a moment. I just felt really open and honest with you at that point in time.
I know, but yeah, see, you were honest, but there's a difference between you didn't see it at all, and there's a difference, man. Because
I also don't remember Soul Food.
Goodbye.
Face fuck the family.
Right in front of my salad?
Shit, right in front of the turkey bone.
Family fuck my husband. Right in front
of the goddamn pack of cheese.
Fuck family.
Big Mama, yo home.
I know I've seen it. All I remember about Soul Food is that she died because she ate too much soul food, and I got that from the Boondocks, so that means that it's been a while. Because I saw that and really thought it was gospel truth. Like, you know what? So I know something went wrong there.
All that goddamn Lowry's and Tony Chachere's and that goddamn food.
Hey, we are not going to talk bad about Lowry's up in here.
Hey, I ain't talking bad about it. I love Lowry, but you have too much of that shit on there, you're going to be looking like Benzino. Gonna be one big ass cloud daughter just walking around.
My auntie carries Lowry's around in her purse
because she real.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying it's bad. I'm just saying, we as black folks, we love some goddamn Lowry's, but too much of that shit, and you be walking around just sweating for no goddamn reason.
Right. That is.
I carry a sweat towel.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, look. I carry a towel around with me because I know me. I be sweating.
You a young old nigga, that's why.
Well, that's beside the damn point. I carry a towel and a flask in my gym bag.
Gin in a can, nigga. Just
Know me. Know me.
So we gonna jump right into the awe of the week. For those of y'all who still haven't gotten on the bus, awe is adventures in working with white women. It's not always us in particular working with said white women. Sometimes it's society working with white women, and it never goes well.
I would also like to interject here that all could also be referring to a white woman that looks like potassium, and you be like, oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
See what had happened right there was.
I mean, it's not any less true. It's just all right.
I've been drinking Mirror Kiss.
I don't remember too much of Dreamgirls either.
Okay, stop it.
I'm feeling really open and honest with y'all right now. Like,
I wish you would stop.
Like, I feel like I can tell y'all anything.
Are you eating jollof rice too?
All right. Ooh, we gonna talk about that because I got jokes.
Please.
Okay.
Please, because I'm ready.
Got jokes.
I went to Candace's house and I got her dragon pants, and I can fit them now. So it's all right.
Hey, we out here.
I dropped a few LBs and I can fit her dragon pants. So let's go.
Fake skinny legend out here, okay? That's what I be putting on all my Instagram pictures like a Twitter honey. Fake skinny legend. Hey, I got real talk though, like on the Rooster Keys though. Shout out to my friends and people that be following me on Instagram and Twitter that be gassing me up since I've been working out. I don't know what y'all see, but thank you anyway. Especially Dutch. Listen, I stand for Dutch. Dutch be gassing me the fuck up. No me. No us. No our bromance. No us.
I can never follow Dutch. I'm too goddamn fat to follow him.
Wait, what?
I feel like I'm too fat. I feel like I'm too fat to follow Dutch, yo.
Hold up. Let me get on that good old IG.
Listen, Dutch is my inspiration. Dutch done glowed up into a bad bitch.
I mean, really.
I stand.
Talking about no chocolate, no bread, no motherfucking anything. I'm like, oh, bruh,
well,
I ain't gonna make it.
Well,
oh, baby, I may not make it.
I be feeling like a bad bitch because he gassed me up. But continue, Rashanii.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't remember an officer and a gentleman either. I don't know if you even saw that shit. I've never really seen the allure of the last couple seasons of Scandal. Like the first 3 or 4 seasons were great, and then after that it was just like, ugh.
Fun fact, I've never watched Scandal.
See?
Okay, what?
I've never watched Scandal either.
What is going on?
And Stomp the Yard was mediocre as shit.
Never saw it, so I don't know.
Storyline, yes. Dancing, no.
Dancing was, look, it's another one of those movies that you could just fast forward to the dancing scenes. Like, if they knew what was good for them, they do like Snatch, where you could just fast forward to certain parts that you wanted to actually see. They should do that.
The story mid as fuck, but dancing fire.
They should do that for all of the dancing movies. You Got Served, Stomp the Yard, Stomp the Grass, Stomp the House, Quit Stomping in My House.
Also, Columbus Short was the worst brother in that movie because he got Chris Brown killed.
Yeah, he did.
What?
Oh, and Drumline was mediocre too.
Never saw it, but okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting all these things off my chest.
It didn't age well. It didn't age well.
No, it didn't.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
didn't age well.
So, Adventures in Working with White Women or Potassium Lady.
But
a woman had to be taken to the hospital after a verbal altercation on a metro bus turned violent. Emergency crews were called to a bus stop. I can't read this without laughing. Y'all got to forgive me. No, you don't. Emergency crews were called to a bus stop near 2nd and 8th Street in Northeast D.C. during the Tuesday evening rush hour as a fight spilled out onto the street. Metro Transit Police said it all started at around 6 p.m. when two women got into an argument on the X2 Metro bus. Now, this says it's unclear what sparked it, but we know exactly what sparked it, because cell phone video of the incident posted on Twitter, which has been viewed tens of thousands of times, begins in the beginning of the altercation between two drivers, with one woman calling the others the N-word while exiting the bus along H Street. However, the video cuts off after that. The next video clip appears to show that same woman lying in the street with a bloody face and head as the bus drives away. People on the Metro bus can be heard on the video yelling back at her. One day later, blood still sits on the sidewalk where the physical altercation occurred. Metro Transit Police told Fox 5 the woman was treated at the hospital with lacerations to her face and head, but she is expected to survive. Police said two suspects were stopped nearby and identified, but no arrests were made. Ain't nobody telling y'all who the fuck beat up that white woman calling people nigga on the bus.
Mm-mm.
I'm taking one for the team. You better kiss my whole ass. And all I thought about when I read this was the word, you going to jail now?
Am I supposed to feel sorry? Am I supposed to feel sorry for that bitch?
No,
I don't.
You're supposed to say, aw.
Oh.
I mean,
I'm gonna say go to hell.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, that movie was overrated too. Hustle and Flow.
God.
Why are you talking about Hustle and Flow, man?
Ain't no way you gonna convince me that white boy came up with the beat to whoop that trick on accident in like 3 seconds.
So,
What you talking about, man?
So, spoiler alert, I've never seen Hustle and Flow.
Me neither.
Yay!
You just missed all of Terrence Howard's career.
Yeah, pretty much. Because after that, he went to that mediocre show Empire.
Which, yeah, not only that, but he's his whole legacy is playing Hustle and Flow. He played the same nigga in every movie.
He played him in Sunset Park.
In every movie, he's the nigga from Hustle and Flow.
And I don't even know what his name was in Hustle and Flow, so I just... TJ?
Mm-hmm.
JJ?
Oh, it was DJ.
DJ.
I thought it was that.
I'm just thinking about the song. That's why I'm thinking hard like DJ. Yeah, that works. But yeah, it ain't that movie was nothing but a showcase for 3 6 Mafia lyrics.
Pretty much.
Huh.
All right.
So,
Okay.
y'all ready for a new movie? After all of the Marvel movies have come out and all the action movies have come out, I present to you, because I love y'all, the listeners, my co-host, Rainebeaux, I love all of you. I want to introduce to you literally the whitest movie that was ever made. Hands down. It's not released yet, but it's going down in history as the single whitest movie ever. Liam Neeson is starring in a movie called Hard Powder, which is a snowplow action movie. He plays a snowplow driver going up against a drug cartel.
So it's Mr. Plow meets Blow? What the
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Come through, Mr. Plow.
The film
That
has
name
Neeson.
again. It's Mr. Plow.
The film has Neeson playing a character not named Mr. Plow, but pretty close, named Nels Coxman.
Oh.
They actually changed to Nels Dickman, but and really that should be all you need to know. But if you want more info, here's how it gets even whiter. Nels Coxman is, quote, a local snowplow operator recently named Citizen of the Year of his small Colorado ski town for keeping the roads open through the winter. His quiet life with his wife abruptly spins out of control when their son is unjustly murdered by a local drug cartel. Taking the law into his own hands with only the tools of an outdoorsman and a snowplow driver, Nell sets out to find those responsible, but inadvertently ignites a gang war that threatens to engulf the town unless he ends it first.
This sounds like
Walking Tall.
This sounds
like a goddamn Dean Koontz novel directed by the ghost of Iceberg Slim. What the fuck is this?
I feel like I'm watching Walking Tall.
This sounds like Post Malone, Sasha Fierce.
Oh, dang.
Seriously, it's not The Rock is not playing in this movie. He don't have a big old 4x4 that he walk around the town with.
You mean with the dude from Jackass behind him?
From Holes?
No.
Yeah, like the guy from Jackass and then the kid from Holes. They're not in this movie.
No, not this time.
Oh hell!
It's just Liam Neeson who has a certain set of skills. He can clear the snow off the road.
You know what? And he can also clear some walls because homie is packing. So maybe we should do that movie instead.
So we should do Snowpacker?
We should be. Snow Bunny Packer. That's what it should be.
That would be him filling up white women.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, he loves Viola Davis, so.
Then he got to paint it brown, so we can't,
No, we ain't got to paint it brown. We gonna leave his pink dick just the way it is.
Oh, his name was Nils Dickman, and then they changed his name to Nels Coxman.
Well, you can't get any more on the nose than that.
Oh man, they could have said Dixon, and then nobody would have to change the name.
No, ain't nobody paying attention to his name. This is literally the whitest movie ever made. It's a small Colorado ski town. What the fuck is this? South Park?
Yep. Small little mountain town.
You know what? I would have gone to see this, but the way my movie pass is acting right now.
R.I.P. movie pass.
Right. I am not going to be able to pull off the one out of my 3 movies I have for the month to go see White Men Can't Plow or whatever this movie is called. Jeremy, you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, just checking.
Waiting for that wine to kick in.
Right.
Oh, it's kicking in.
Fayette County, which is in the state of Atlanta, are investigating a string of thefts.
You know the fuck what, Rashanii?
What?
I'm serious.
Atlanta.
Again, you still got to catch one for earlier this week. No. That motherfucker ain't the governor of no goddamn Chicago, man. It's bad enough some bitch running the whole motherfucking state. I'm sorry. But
Diversity.
Continue.
Diversity is drinking chocolate milk. I, too, love
diversity.
It's in my milk.
But back to the state of Atlanta. Fayette County deputies...
The state of Atlanta?
Yes.
California narcissism.
I'm too hard for this shit.
What?
The capital of Atlanta is white people with crosses.
Go to hell, Rashanii, and read the damn story.
I'm sorry, man. I'm still learning. You gotta walk with me as I walk with Jesus.
A city. What we doing? A city full of black women, full of hair. What we doing?
So the capital of Atlanta is Baps?
I mean,
Rashanii.
What?
Read the damn story.
I'm trying, but there's questions. I can't ignore questions. It's rude. It's
yes, you can. Act like you're Tyrese.
It's like stopping once you start peeing. It stings.
Right,
okay, so back to the state of Atlanta. Anyhow, Fayette County deputies are investigating a string of thefts that included 5 car break-ins, 1 stolen motorcycle, and 1 high-dollar heist of ramen noodles. Nearly $100,000 worth of ramen noodles was sitting in a large trailer parked at a Chevron store on Georgia Highway 85 North. Deputies said a 53-foot trailer carrying the noodle freight was stolen between July 25th and August 1st. Somebody is high as shit.
Listen, I was just talking to somebody. Niggas love ramen.
Right? And you know how you know niggas love ramen? Because when you say that you eat it with the packet, some folks look at you strange.
Right. Like, you done cussed out their whole family.
Right, like, word, you use the packet for your ramen? Nah, nigga, here's how you do it. Look, so you get the ramen, you put it into a bowl, you put that into the microwave, you heat it up. Boom, 2 minutes, it's out, it's nice and fresh. You put some nice garlic salt on the top of it and some hot sauce and stir that bitch up and then just sit back and wait. And then folks jump in with crazy shit. Yeah, and then you put some cheese on top. Nigga, get the fuck out. Yeah, and then you chop up a hot dog on top. Nigga, get the fuck out. Yeah, nigga, I like to put some ragu sauce in mine and make spaghetti. Nigga, you know what, though? When I was like 16 and I was stuck in my grandma's house and there wasn't nothing else to eat, I really did try to make spaghetti using Top Ramen. It's not conducive.
I would think not.
I apologize profusely for nothing. That was a horrible experience. Whew.
Growth.
But yeah, somebody was like, how would you store $100,000 worth of Top Ramen? Where'd you hide it at? I was like, all you need is 3 hours in a frat house.
It sounds like the plot line for Project X Zone.
Oh, God, Project X. I
Oh,
feel like
man.
whoever stole this Top Ramen got beef, but they're too chicken to talk about it.
Could it douche?
You are doing amazing, Rashanii.
I try my hardest. Thank you so much. Remind me to fly out to Atlanta to see you in Decatur? Brunswick. Jacksonville. Peachtree.
No, Jacksonville. I thought that was in Florida.
Savannah.
Oh my God.
Savannah's in Georgia, which is in Atlanta.
I hate you so much.
I love you too.
Where's the Price is Right fail horn when you need it?
On my soundboard behind me. Amid the fallout from an explosive tell-all book from former White House aide Omarosa, Manigault Newman, Eric Trump sent out a tweet on Thursday stating, quote, "I truly hate disloyal people."
Let the dragon begin.
And it started hard, too. More than 20,000 responses flooded in over the following hours. More than double the number of retweets. Many of them pointing out a history of disloyalty, both proven and alleged, on the part of his daddy, President Orange Hair. One of the most common responses was from users pointing out that the president was less than loyal to Eric Trump's own mother. Famously, he carried on a public affair with Marla Maples, who he would go on to wed, while he was still married to his first wife, Ivana Trump.
Don't get mad, get everything.
Mm-hmm. The incident was recently discussed by Ivana Trump in her book, Raising Trump. Quote, "This young blonde woman approached me out of the blue and said, 'I'm Marla, and I love your husband. Do you?'"
Ooh. That is peak white woman.
That is gangster white woman. "I'm Marla, and I love your husband. Do you?"
She must not love her teeth, because I'd have knocked him out.
I said, "Get lost. I love my husband." It was unladylike, but I was in shock. That's not unladylike. Let me show you how to do this, young. "I love your husband. Do you? Do you love these hands? Whack, whack." That's how that works. That's grab
That's
hair,
how that
rip
usually
something out.
go.
Rip something out. Like, show me what you're working with. We fighting right now. I think rich people can fight and get away with it because they're rich. They don't have to pay bail. They just fly away in their helicopter.
Nope.
Ivana Trump also went into details about an incident in the 1991 Barbara Walters interview, after which Donald Trump threatened to sue her. Trump married Marla Maples in 1993 and had a sport child, Tiffany, that same year. But like his first, Trump's second marriage did not last, and him and Maples divorced in 1999. So basically, this motherfucker's been married to everybody. And
that nigga's broke community dick.
I mean, really.
It just shows that some folks just are horrible people. That's the whole joke. I don't even have anything else to say. He's just a bad fucking person, and his kids are bad fucking people, and they all need to get the Prozac.
Oh. He's basically that goddamn alien that resembles scrambled eggs in that cartoon Galaxy High. I can't. I'm sick of looking at him. Fucking busted biscuit can ass nigga. I am.
I endorse everything that Rainbow said.
I was about to say that sums it up pretty well.
Really does.
Just so unfortunate to look at. Just
You know what he looked like? You know what he really looked like?
A problem child?
True, but you know what he really looked like? You know like when you leave a trash bag like you leave a trash bag in the corner of the house for way too long and it started getting moldy. That's what he looked like. Like a moldy trash bag.
Oh my lord!
Like you know how bread how bread look when like you leave it out for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Like moldy bread.
Like a bag of old garlic powder.
like how you look like you eat well done steak. Like goddamn. Like with ketchup. How you look like you do that? How you look like that, man?
Like he looked like he used steak sauce.
Golly.
Can't spell the word steak sauce either. That is one illiterate bitch. Goddamn. Excuse me for the word use of the word bitch, but goddamn, that is one illiterate motherfucker. And I thought Tyrese was bad. Jesus Christ. A motherfucker. How the president of the United States and Floyd Mayweather got the same reading level?
Dude.
Yeah.
Talk about the ghetto.
Ooh, illiterate ghetto.
Ooh, child, the illiteracy. You know how that prayer that people say you need to get in front of people? They need to get in front of a book. Call on hooked on phonics.
I just found out that in 1975, to go to the University of Houston, it costs $152.50.
Yeah, I saw that going
for
around.
a semester. That's horribly fucked up. Because right now I am scared for my kids to graduate from high school.
Oh.
Well, I just know that I do not, as of yet, have $200,000 stacked up. If they go to a in-state private school, I think it's like $25,000 a year.
Oh God.
Just got that chill, huh?
I did. Sheesh.
Look, man, I'm over here just dreading it all. I'm like, oh, I gotta kick that child out and put her overseas because we going to school overseas. Fuck this shit. Mine's only going to 7th grade, but bruh, listen.
By the time she gets into college, it's gonna be like $100,000 per year.
Oh,
and Kid Awesome's a year behind her. Oh,
she talking about she want to be a goddamn lawyer. I'm like, real? You sure about that?
Have her talk to
which one?
Have her talk to Shirley Wong. Shirley can hook her up with some good colleges that she can get scholarships for.
All right.
Because the word is scholarship. That's about it.
Of course.
That's the word.
Whatever you ain't getting scholarships, you ain't getting scholarship. Like, I can't help you at all. Republican, or rather, Representative Betty Cook Scott out of Detroit is being called upon by more than a dozen community groups to apologize for a series of ethnic racial slurs sources say she used to describe her primary election opponent, Representative Stephanie Chang. Scott is alleged to have referred to Chang as, quote, Ching Chang and, quote, the Ching Chong to multiple voters outside polling precincts during last Tuesday's election.
Woo, the Susan jumped out.
She's also said to have called one of Chang's campaign volunteers a, quote, immigrant, saying, you don't belong here and I want you out of my country.
Woo, the trailer park jumped out.
Chang and Scott were running in the Democratic primary for State Senator District 1. Chang won the election with 49% of the vote. Scott came in third with 11%. Quote, these comments are offensive to all Asian Americans, Chang told Metro Times. It isn't about me. It's about an elected official disrespecting entire populations, whether they be Asian American, immigrant, or residents of District 1 or her own current House district. The various off-color remarks were heard by multiple people connected with Chang, including her husband, who spoke with Metro Times. Sean Gray says after overhearing Cook disparage Chang outside of a precinct on the east side of Detroit, quote, I asked her not to speak about my wife in that manner. At that time, she said to the voter that, quote, these immigrants from China are coming over and taking our community from us.
They took our jobs!
Further, she says...
Yo, push pause real quick. Don't lose that train of thought, Rashanii. That episode of South Park was so goddamn stupid. I mean, it's South Park, but still. Like, these motherfuckers had a whole ass mountain orgy to try to prevent the future from happening. Like, boy, what the fuck? Anyway, continue, Rashanii. Continue.
Further, she said it quote, disgusts her seeing black people holding signs for these Asians and not supporting their own people.
Wait.
Yep.
You thought she was white? My fault.
Yep.
Wait.
Spoiler alert.
She's black.
Oh,
my bad.
Oh,
no. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Shout out
baby.
to Rod
What
and
is you
Karen.
doing?
Oh, no, baby. What is you doing?
Shout out to Rod and Karen. Guess the motherfucking race.
Oh, I thought this was Post Malone's sister.
No.
What's what?
Oh, no.
No, she a whole sister.
Oh,
Like,
no,
girl.
the hell she ain't. She the cousin twice removed.
All these skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Oh,
And
no.
Chang's husband, Sean Gray, he's black.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that Scott then went on to call him a fool for marrying Chang.
Oh, no.
At another precinct in Detroit's East English Village, Scott was overheard telling a voter, quote, thanks for voting for me. You don't need to vote for that Ching Chang.
Oh, no.
Shame.
That comment was relayed to Metro Times by Kalea Long, a volunteer with Voices of Women to Win. Quote, as an African-American woman, I've been called the N-word before in my life and you never forget it, said Long. Each time, it's shocking and appalling and disgusting. So when you hear someone that's a minority and a woman using slurs against another minority that's a woman, it's just mind-boggling and it just felt dirty. Scott did not respond to an email and phone call seeking comment. She currently represents Detroit's southeast side. Now, people are calling for her to apologize immediately. They are also detailing the following allegations against her.
I bet her wig ain't good.
It's not. It's terrible.
In the early morning at Bethany Lutheran Church in Detroit, so this is in a church, Representative Scott called one of Representative Stephanie Chang's campaign workers an immigrant, saying, you don't belong here and I want you out of the country.
Oh, no.
In the early evening at the East English Village Preparatory Academy at a school, Scott approached another campaign's volunteer and told her not to vote for the Ching Chang, apparently referring to Representative Chang. She was overheard telling multiple voters, quote, vote for me! Don't vote for the Ching Chong!
No, why are you using slurs from a blaxploitation movie? No.
With multiple voters, though. Like, let me just sprinkle it upon all y'all. She also told Representative Chang's campaign staff that she called Chang volunteers Ching Chongs, saying, quote, I called them Ching Chongs. That's what they are.
Baby, why you sprinkling bigotry like it's parsley? What are you doing?
She's calling them ching chongs.
Oh no!
But wait, at the top,
bitch!
Well done.
I said, bitch.
Maybe you've never been a racist like I've been a racist.
Have you ever?
Maybe you've never felt the things that I felt. Because I told her sometimes you get bigotry. You get bigotry. Oh. And I sizzle. I see some. Oh, you racist bitch.
Shout the Shady Records.
And the chains, they clanked up in the wells of my bigotry eyes. You ching chong. You ching chong. You ching chong. Yeah. Oh.
Oh my god.
What just happened?
I'm done.
I didn't mean to do that.
I was just gonna say that she was probably standing up in front of her constituency, talking about, you know who I hate, and they were like, yeah, and she was like, you know who I hate, and they were like, yeah, and she was like, I hate whites, Asians, Mexicans, Russians.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. All right.
Eritreans, Russian.
Spanish.
French, Japan, Japanese, China, Australians, you name it.
Like we playing a racial slurs bingo. Like, what the fuck?
By the way, she apologized. Representative Betty Cook Scott has issued an apology after hurling a series of anti-Asian slurs at her opponent. More than a dozen community groups called on her to apologize, and she said, I love when people apologize and they don't really mean it. It's like, I know it's bad, but at the same time, it just tastes like magic. Quote,
it's hashtag content.
Quote, I deeply regret the comments I made that have proven hurtful to so many, that I said to so many. That's my part. That's my part. Scott said in her statement through a representative, Bill Noakes, quote, those are words I should have never said. Instead, I should have said something like slant eye or chinky eye, because that's what they say in rap songs, right? Like that's acceptable, right? Like, I can say that about the Asians. Is it bad to call them the Asians? Oh, shit. Are you recording this? Is this live? Fuck. I humbly apologize to Representative Chang, her husband, Mr. Gray, who, as a reminder, she said she was very disappointed in him for marrying an Asian woman, and the broader Asian American community for those disparaging remarks. In the divisive age we find ourselves in, I should not contribute further to that divisiveness. Too late. I have reached out to Representative Chang to meet with her so that I can apologize to her in person. I pray that she and the Asian American community can find it in their hearts to forgive me. The apology, of course, came hours after the Metro Times story that we just read, highlighting Cook's offensive statements, went viral.
When you do clownery.
Ooh, guess who just fucked themselves up? All right, you ain't gonna work again. I don't understand how she told her campaign group, her own employees, y'all some ching changs.
Whew.
I said it with my own mouth.
They raced to China so they could race to China.
Jeremy, I just realized what you did. Don't get me started on that bitch.
Oh, we here.
We got
I'm just wondering. Oh, we here, Rainbow. We here. No, you already know. You already know.
I already went off on Mocha Minutes.
Yep.
Which I
And
still
that
got to
disease
listen. I got to
stick
listen to the
reference.
episode.
Skippy, nigga.
Because I know y'all carried on. I ain't listened to it yet. I'm going to listen to it probably tomorrow after I get a haircut.
Yeah, you need 46 and 47. Just
Child. Ben Cone.
Been a goddamn bozo. Ooh, I can't.
Sid and Marty Bencroft head ass bitch.
Ooh, I can't stand
Mississippi.
Girl, fuck you. Nikki, if you ever happen to listen to any of these goddamn podcasts, Nikki, girl, fuck you.
Oh, Nika, fuck you. Fuck your
Yes.
life. Fuck your death. Fuck your afterlife.
Better yet, she should have just kept on
every
letting
inch of weave you ever wore, bitch. Just
oh my gosh.
Mrs. like sippy bitch.
She should have let people think that other people were writing her songs, because when she said, I write my songs, it's like, ooh.
Like that made it any better. You should have just let the lie be that Safari wrote the shit because nigga.
Lord.
Because nigga, I wish the fuck I might take ownership of them goddamn red squiggly line ass bars. Girl.
bitch rapping
girl,
in the key of board smash out here. Come on, man.
Child.
How you they're rapping like how Tony Braxton search? Because that was bad.
Saw that.
I
just saw that. Wait a damn minute.
I just saw that too, and I was like, wait.
Tony, baby.
You just sell your own shit.
Did you have autocorrect off? I feel like she had it off. That poor baby.
That must have been Birdman typing that in for her. Because goddamn, that shit was funny. Like, baby, how you misspell everybody's name? How you misspell your own damn name? Yeah, and also how you don't crop the shit out. Like, oh, Tony, baby. Ooh. Yeah, but Nikki, girl, fuck you. Ooh, child. Ooh. That is one goofy ass. Like, if you a Nicki Minaj fan or even a casual fan, fuck you too. You go to hell. Go straight to fucking hell.
Recalibrate your standage, but yeah, just what Jeremy said. Fuck you.
Nah, don't recalibrate shit because we don't need you in functioning society. Just go straight to hell. Fucking Nikki, fuck the bars, fuck the pink print, fuck the blue, fuck everything about that heifer. Ooh, child.
Fuck both her fragrances. Oh,
that's right. She do have fragrances. I
that
told
bitch got a. God, see, this the one I'm talking. Hold on,
you
wait.
missed those? You missed those?
Hold the hell on. Who's got a fragrance?
Nicki Minaj got at least 2. You missed those.
What the fuck is the fragrance? Badissi?
God damn.
The fuck?
It's gonna blow my whole high right now.
What the fuck is it? Past due bills and Badissi? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Me now, Lord. Take me now. Take me now. I'm ready, Lord.
I'm too unlaid for this shit. Oh,
who
crap.
the fuck? Who the fuck?
Unlaid? Good night, everybody. You know what? I can't today.
Who the fuck wants to walk around smelling like Nicki Minaj? What type of Section 8? What type of goddamn food stamp line shit is this?
What the hell?
Take me, Lord.
The first is called Friday. The other is Minajasty.
Hold on. Whoa.
Wait, Minajasty?
Whoa. Everybody hush. Rainbow, say that again because I don't think we heard you. Everybody quiet. Shh. Say it again, Rainbow.
Her first fragrance is named after her debut album, Pink Friday. The other, if I recall correctly, is Minajasty. You heard that correctly, ladies and gentlemen.
The first one I'm not mad at, even though I can't stand her. The first one I'm not mad at, but the second is Hoomps. Say it again. Shh. Everybody quiet. Shh.
Minajasty. Minajesty.
AJ.
Minajasty.
If I recall correctly. Now, please understand, I'm high as shit right now. Please.
Oh, fuck it. We're going to run with it anyway. We're gonna run with it anyway because it's her. Fuck her. We don't care about facts when it comes to her. Fuck her. Minajasty.
Yeah.
Minajasty.
Yep.
Imagine walking around.
And don't be alarmed if you're thinking of Jermaine Jackson all of a sudden, or his son's name.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's Jermaine. Jermaine is iconic in his own right. We'll allow that. Not for this heifer. Minajasty. First of all, there's nothing majestic about this heifer. She is a court jester. She is a court jester at best. There's nothing regal about this motherfucker. There's nothing majestic about this motherfucker at all. She's a clown. So the gall, the audacity, the unmitigated black ass nerve for her to have majesty anywhere associated with her damn stage moniker, I am upset. I'm like Drake. I am upset. I am perturbed. I am miffed at the black ass audacity. Miffed. See, this is why not all Black Lives Matter. Because some of these niggas can go. Because Nicki can go straight to hell.
Oh my god.
Minajasty. You simple bitch.
I am offended. Bury me with my ancestors right now.
No, don't bury me with my ancestors. Let me. I had to. I had to reel it back in. I was finna say something horrible. Ooh, shit. Even for my standards, goddamn. Oh,
lordy.
I'll say somebody need to slap that goddamn wig off that heifer head. I'm tired. Ooh.
It might be straightened out if you do it. Shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, just go straight to fucking hell, nigga. You don't need to be with your ancestors shit. Just go straight to hell. You go to one of them goddamn hotels in the South Park version of hell. Over there with goddamn Hitler. Nah, it wasn't Hitler, it was Saddam Hussein. Fuck it. Just go over there. Just go straight to fucking hell.
Make yourself useful and teach Jeffrey Dahmer how to make cupcakes correctly. Shit. That nigga stay burning up cupcakes.
Something. Make yourself useful. Shit. Be productive. Cause the goddamn show ain't being a human being or rapping. Chicken of the you can go to hell.
Say chicken of the sippy.
Chicken of the sippy. Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord.
Chicken of the sippy. Well done.
That was all. That was you.
Oh, I said that shit?
Yes, you tweeted that verbatim.
I can't remember hell. Oh, yeah, I sure did, because I was so goddamn mad.
There was nothing else. You just said chicken of the sippy. I just looked at you like, okay, I know he mad too.
I was up the fuck set. You know what pissing me off about the shit though? On top of the shit being whack, is like she tweeted on Twitter like it's fire. Like that's the part that pissed me off. Cause I mean, in my younger days, getting high or drunk with friends and, freestyling, acting like we was worth a damn. You know what I mean? Shit happens, karaoke and all that shit happens, but we knew we weren't shit. It was just good fun. This motherfucker actually tweet this shit out and then and explains to us like we the slow ones. I think that's the part that pisses me off about the shit. Like, it'd be one thing if like you tweeting out bullshit or you not even just tweeting, but you saying bullshit and you know it's bullshit, but you're not expecting people to take it serious and like you can all have a joke about the shit. That's one thing. This motherfucker tweet the shit out like it's deep and then try to explain to us and talk down to us like this motherfucker ain't tweeting out lyrics that look like a whole big ass red squiggly line. Like the audacity.
Man, she raps in the key of fucking board smash. Get the fuck out of here. I'm Jeremy. You should hear my conspiracy theory on Mocha Minutes. I'm gonna let you have that because I ain't gonna spoil it for you. But yeah, I was so mad. I made up a whole damn rumor. Like
This motherfucker raps in text signatures. Like, the fuck?
She raps like Cam Newton's Instagram posts.
All right.
Wingdings, if you will.
All right.
What?
That's enough.
Find the lie.
That ain't the damn point.
Good luck finding the lie. Dude, what? Just point it out to me. Just give me the coordinates. I'll figure it out. But yeah.
That bitch tweet below sea level. Okay, I'm done.
We'll be right back. This is Single Simulcast.
What's up, everybody? This is Classic, CEO and co-founder of the CSPN Network. And when I'm not working on the many podcasts on our network or just hanging out, I'm listening to Single Simulcast, and so should you.
Hi, I'm Fallon of FallonKitty.com, a critic and creator, and you're listening to Single Simulcast.
Hey, this is Rod and Karen from the Black Guy Tips, and when Karen isn't beating me, I listen to the Single Simulcast.
My name is Nicky Blue, and I am the resiest red kid you will ever find. Egwamina kakio ne yawiakta tawa to Single Simulcast.
Hey everyone, this is Shantae, co-host of Single Simulcast, and I just want to say, fuck John McEnroe as a staff, record label, and as a motherfucking crew. Thanks for listening.
That was simply sensational. Single Simulcast shall surely surface speedily. Bitches.
Single Simulcast wants your reviews. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Google Music, or wherever you listen to us. Tag Single Simulcast with a screenshot of your review on Facebook, or use the hashtag SSCast on Twitter. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey everybody, this is Wormhole Matt with the Planet Wormhole Podcast. Please follow me and my wife Rachel at Get Off My Planet. We are going to be talking about a lot of great stuff on Planet Wormhole, so please check us out. Thank you very much for having us on the show. The Single Simulcast, your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast. It's also my favorite podcast because I'll be honest, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but you guys have really embraced me, and I love you for it. So thank you very much.
Hey everybody, this is Gerald Jones from Buy Black Podcast, the voice of black business, where we interview black business owners to help you get to know them, to help them teach you a little something, and for all of us to do a little bit more to support black business owners and the black economy. You guys are listening to Single Simulcast with Shantae and Rashanii, and I appreciate every minute I get to spend with these folks. I know y'all do too. Keep listening.
Hello, this is Stephanie from the Mocha Minutes Podcast. If you can hear my voice, that means you're tuning in to two of my faves, Rashanii and Shantae Fabulous of the Single Simulcast. Congrats! You made a really good choice today. You want to make another good choice? Check me out on the Mocha Minutes Podcast. You won't be disappointed. If you're tuning in to the Single Simulcast, you're going to love the Mocha Minutes Podcast too. You can find the Mocha Minutes Podcast wherever you find your podcasts. Would love to have you tune in. Okay. Bye.
Like makeup? Interested in mental health? Check out lithiumtolashes.com, where I talk about my own everyday struggles with mental health and beat my face from time to time. This is Single Simulcast.
Are you interested in supporting this Black podcast? Awesome! Become a Patreon member at www.patreon.com/singlesimulcast. And for $5, you'll be able to chat with the hosts during our monthly Q&A Awesome session. You can also support the show via our Teespring store at teespring.com/stores/single-simulcast and get a shirt or a mug. You also have the option to put a little something in our cup at paypal.me/singlesimulcast.
Hi, this is your man Jeremy from the Crown and Collars podcast, and you are listening to Single Simulcast with my man Rashanii and Shantae Fabulous, your favorite podcaster's favorite podcaster. And I'm your favorite podcaster, so that should be your favorite podcaster, because I'm your fave, and your fave's fave. Check them out on Single Simulcast, and check out Crown and Collars, found wherever you can find great podcasts and the CSPN network.
I think Rashanii just said, okay, you know what, fuck it.
Hey, it's, I turn up when Nicki is involved because I can't stand her, so it's fine. I still got
express me, it's over. Just
I still got more petty in me, so let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's get to it.
Yo,
like, bitch, you went on tour with Beyonce. The fuck? I mean,
that's the other part that pissed me off about it. Like, how you get the grace of Beyonce and still acting like a goddamn goofy? Like, you simple motherfucker. I bet Beyonce be looking at her like, I can't believe I gave this bitch the time of day.
No, she ain't said damn thing.
I ain't even in the half and I'm mad. Like, yo, hey, what is this? Did you go on a whole tour with this one? Ooh.
A whole tour.
Like, I got secondhand embarrassment on behalf of Beyonce. Like, girl, you goofy motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said we just need you, me, and Candace. We just need a whole drag off, and Stephanie can like mediate, and we just boom,
Stephanie mediate shit. Stephanie is going to be jumping on in. Cutting in like this, like the 7th grade dance. Oh, gotta cut in right here.
I was about to say, hell, mediate shit.
There ain't nothing to mediate. It's like, look, I listened to Where's My 40 Acres Eargasm of that album. Let me tell you something. I haven't laughed that hard in so long.
Oh, it was the fuck terrible. Candace took one for the team and listened to it for us, and it was the fuck terrible.
Yeah, it's straight garbage. I haven't listened to it. I'm like, I didn't realize it was 19 songs. I'm like, for why?
Oh.
It's 19 songs of garbage.
Oh. I didn't know it was that long. Oh, dear.
Mm. That's what never mind.
Well done, Rashanii. Well done.
A student at a Central Florida high school said her lunch was thrown away after a cafeteria worker noticed that her account was 15 cents short. Kimberly Aiken's daughter came home from her first day at school at University High in Orange City, hungry, having been refused lunch. She put her food on the tray, gets to the front, gives her number to the cashier, and she says, "Well, you owe 15 cents, Aiken said. My daughter said she didn't have any money, so the cashier took her food. A spokesperson from the county public schools said the school is always willing to work with students and families as needed, and the county will resolve the issue with the family directly. The student brought a quarter to school the next day to pay for the difference, and the cafeteria worker told her, "Don't worry about it. Everything's taken care of." So to recap. What? First day of school, student goes to pay for lunch with a lunch ticket. You remember those things. They have the little that they stamp out each hole as you show up to pay for your lunch, but now they just have numbers because it's all connected online. Give them the number, and it turns out that she's 15 cents short. Worker immediately takes her lunch from her and throws it in the trash, which is A, embarrassing as fuck for the child, especially in high school, on the first day of school. B, is a waste of fucking food. Like, you're throwing the food away to prove a point. How petty are you? And I'm lightweight mystified that in this day and age we're still telling kids that if their parents can't pay a bill, then they don't get to eat. Parent is eating just fine at home. Parent is eating just fine wherever, and if the parent's not eating, they're at least sitting there worrying about their child getting something to eat because they sent them off to school, and this may be the one meal that they get all day long that is actually hot and substantial, which is sad within itself when you think about it because it's a school lunch, and you throw it away. and send them away because they don't have 15 cents. And when they show up the next day with 25 cents, you tell them, oh, that's all in the past. We good now, my nigga. We good. That's some bullshit. I don't know how it's going to work out because this is a school, but that person needs to, like, stand up and, like, pay for that young lady's lunch for the rest of the school year. Or, nah, they probably can't afford it either for a week. But in all honesty, kids shouldn't have to pay for lunch. Take some of the money that we're using to pay for football programs, basketball programs, baseball programs, weight rooms, things of that nature, and get everybody some lunch. Because some schools give out those frozen peanut butter sandwiches. Some schools give out Uncrustables, maybe. And some schools just don't do anything, and your kid just has to starve. Which is fucked up because then you expect them to go into their next class and be able to concentrate on anything other than their stomach. I said it a long time ago. If you're not able to deal with kids, then you shouldn't teach. And if you are unable to be compassionate enough to help out a child who is 15 cents short to be able to eat on their first day of school, you need a different line of work. Go be yard duty. Go hold up the sign to help you across the street. You're not built for the kitchen.
You have to be a really miserable, raggedy bitch to throw away a kid's food for 15 cents.
You misspelled R. You misspelled R.
Yeah, you said you had it. It's R. You is.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
That was
you are a miserable you raggedy bitch.
There was a song back in the day that went is you is or is you ain't a raggedy ass bitch for this shit.
Like, who does that? It's like 15 cents. Nigga, you got 15 cents in your damn bra. Just give her the goddamn 15 cents and let her eat that nasty ass food because it's probably nasty as shit.
I just randomly looked down and found 25 cents.
Child. I mean.
And I it's the first day of school. Niggas is all draped up and chipped out and everything, looking good and everything. She probably walking with her friends at lunch, talking with them about whatever they talk about in Florida. Fucking orange juice. I don't fucking know. Who cares? And all of a sudden, the lunch lady is like, yo, where's the rest of your 15 cent? I ain't got 15 cent. I just gave you a number. I ain't got 15 cent. Well, then you gotta go.
I got 15 on it.
Basically. Just, it irritates me that people who should never be around kids just keep finding ways to be around kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna blame it on policy. They're going to say I was doing what the rules told me to do, and then there's going to be a big old argument about it. But the bottom line is, if I have that situation going on, I might just get written up because I'm going to be like, yo, I'm going to let it slide. But what if they come by the next day and they don't have the money? You're just starting a hole? Yes, the fuck I am.
I love how bigots first go to is what about the kids, but really they like fuck the kids behind closed doors.
Well, their first thing is really what about white men? Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down?
What about your friends?
What about white men?
About
this story is just I don't think that there's any fix for it because nationwide people are doing this shit. You see stories about people starting up scholarship funds to pay for kids' lunches or pay for late fees for kids' lunches. There's two places where you shouldn't have late fees, to be completely honest. There's two places where you shouldn't have fees at all, in my opinion. Lunch lines for kids between the ages of preschool and high school, senior year. They shouldn't have to pay for lunch. And library books. I don't know anybody who has really come back to pay a fine for losing a library book, but I know a gang of niggas who stopped reading.
Wait.
What?
That's real talk. Because they would go in there and try and check out another book, and they'd be like, yo, you owe us $5. And they'd be like, fuck you. And they leave.
Niggas just start reading.
Damn.
That's real
I wasn't
talk.
ready.
Like, yo, I'm not paying you $5 for this shit. Nigga, what?
I ain't finna pay you to make me read.
Exactly.
I am screaming at the sound. This bitch, he just give up on literacy altogether. He like, shit, being literate costs too fucking much. Fuck this shit. I'm screaming at the thought.
And then he grew up to be president.
All right.
Oh.
No, wait. I'm crying at the nigga just finished reading Dean Koosa shit, and then he get a late fee. He like, man, fuck books. I'm screaming. Nigga just choose nigga just choose literacy because he can't afford the fine.
I don't want to take the 5.
Oh shit!
I ain't paying the 5
anyway.
Right. OG Readmore ain't getting the 5. I ain't paying OG Readmore the 5.
Oh shit! Yo, I'm just thinking. I'm imagining a nigga. I'm imagining a nigga at the library, and then they bring up the late fee, and he turn into that gif of that black dude from Tyra's friend from Next Top Model, where he just throwing his fingers confused as shit.
Right. Jay.
Yes.
If I walk into a library and they tell me that I owe more than nothing on a book, I'm just going to turn around and walk right back out with the same book. You ain't never going to see me again. You ain't going to see the book either. I got books on the bookshelf right now from different libraries. I got hoes in different area codes.
Hey, just imagine a nigga being so frustrated he got to pay the late fee. He just throw the book like that person that threw that shoe at George Bush and just say, fuck read.
Hey, let's jet. Fuck school. Real talk. Folks are like, yo, why would I pay you to read? This is supposed to be fun, right? Why am I paying you money? You know what I could be doing with that money? Not reading. I'm out.
Hey, remember that read a book, read a motherfucking book. Remember that shit? Yeah. I just imagine a nigga saying, man, fuck this shit, it costs too damn much. Oh shit, that should not be as funny as it is, but I am screaming.
Real talk.
Oh man.
It's all bad.
Nigga just gonna flunk English because he don't want to pay the Oh man. Oh. Well, you know, if Tyrese can write books, anything is possible. So
Tyrese can write books, so them niggas can't read books, so they had to pay for a book when they got to the library. That's that bullshit. See, that's just how it work out.
They woke.
Mm-hmm. This week, parents and LGBTQ advocates were horrified when news broke of violent threats made against a 12-year-old transgender girl in Oklahoma, which caused her entire school district to close for safety reasons.
I literally just heard about this earlier today on the read because Crystal was mad as fuck, and rightfully so.
A group of adults who had discovered that 12-year-old Maddie had used the school's restroom on the first day of school posted threats to attack her with a knife and have her beaten up by other children. The threats were so vicious and detailed because, yeah, why the fuck not? The threats were so vicious and detailed, it spurred the Akili, Oklahoma school district to shut down for 2 days and prompted Maddie's mother to file for a restraining order against one of the adults who threatened her child. Again, adults threatening a child. Adults. Let me say that again, just in case y'all don't know. Let's be clear about this. We're not even talking about a punk ass 18-year-old with the wispy little white boy Larry Bird mustache or anything. We're talking about a 48-year-old motherfucker who is just going completely out of their way to make life hell for a young lady. Let's talk about that real quick. And encouraging their kids to make life hell for a young lady. That's what's happening right now. In America.
We always tell kids to get a hobby. I need these raggedy bitches to get a hobby.
In Oakland, in Oklahoma, there are people who are threatening a young lady, saying horrible stuff. I'm not going to read any of it.
No.
But what I'm going to say right here is that y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. Not ought to be. You need to be ashamed of yourself. And the police, I don't know how y'all think about this, but those are kind of terrorist threats.
Hello.
Anytime that you cause terror in somebody, you are a terrorist. That's how things work. These are all terrorist threats, and they're all detailed and noted on Twitter and on Facebook and on other social media. Fuck you. Fuck Facebook, fuck Twitter, fuck everybody who let this happen, fuck the people who encouraged it, fuck the people who endorsed it, and definitely fuck the people who encouraged their kids to follow through on it. Fuck the person who threatened her with a knife. Fuck all y'all motherfuckers, and fuck you motherfuckers for getting to this shit. The incident has sparked a fundraiser launched by a supporter on Maddie's behalf that has rapidly surpassed its original goal of $15,000. Now wait until you hear what the fundraiser is for, you evil sons of guns. Rose plans to use the money to flee Oklahoma and move her family to Houston, Texas, where she hopes they will finally be safe from the threats of violence. Rose and her husband have 6 children, 4 of whom still live at home. The eldest daughter lives in Houston. Rose's own mom, who lives next door, also wants to leave Akili after the ugly incident.
How far is Houston from Oklahoma?
To get as far the fuck away from them white people as possible.
You gotta leave the fucking state.
Yes. And that's what's fucked up.
You raggedy bitch.
In this day and age, in order for a young lady to live,
it is a fucking bathroom. It's a bathroom.
A bathroom
that y'all don't even use.
Old as adults, right? Adults are mad about this shit and have weaponized their kids to be mad about this shit. And you tell me that the world is getting better. The world is changing. Nah, nigga.
Bitch, where?
Mm-mm.
Obviously not in Oklahoma.
Mm-mm.
What the hell?
Adults refer to the 12-year-old girl as
trigger warning.
I can't. No. I won't. They refer to her as horrible things. I'm not. Tears just, no, fuck them, fuck you, fuck that, fuck no, fuck it. No. Not only has the Akili School Board and local community rallied in support of the family, national news coverage of the case led a stranger to reach out with an offer to help. An Oklahoma City resident first came across Maddie's story on Twitter this week, and after talking with a friend, decided to try and help the family however she could. Bab reached out to Rose and asked if she was interested in collaborating in a fundraiser, then launched a GoFundMe page on Wednesday night. So the school board and local community rallied in support of the family last week, I believe, or maybe the week before. Last week was the week that we had Marsha's Plate on. So we were talking about people getting bullied and how teachers tell the students who are telling them about getting bullied and how they want to leave the school that if they leave the school, the bully will just find somebody else to pick on, so just suck it up. Again, if you are not prepared to lead children, don't become a teacher. If you cannot control the situation, do not become a teacher. And if you think that the best thing that you can do is a fundraiser to help them move the fuck out of the state, you need to grow the fuck up. and learn how to protect these kids who need you. They are crying out for your help, and all you are doing are looking at them because you don't want to get judged. And black folks who sit there and talk about transgender people and trans men and trans women and talk about how it's not the same as black folks and it's not the same as the civil rights movement, you should just listen to the shit that they say. You should listen to the stuff that they say and look at the shit that they do, like this, where people are getting run out of town. At this juncture in time, there has been a string of unsolved murders of trans women in Florida. They are certain it's a serial killer. And you don't hear shit about it on the news. You don't hear a goddamn thing about it. Nobody cares, and y'all say y'all care, but nobody cares.
Because it hits that intersection between trans and black. Nobody wants to recognize that intersection at all. That's the reason why this has been going on so long. Because if this was a bunch of white trans women getting murdered, you would have heard something by now. It'd have been on CNN. It would have been on 60 Minutes. They would have said something by now. Because it essentially is, basically black trans women and or them getting misgendered.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how you miss it, too. It's like, that's not the name they go by. Why would you call her that? That's not her name.
Mm-hmm.
So they see no pattern. So that's the thing. It's like, that's why intersectionality is so important. It's just disgusting. It's just so disgusting.
Yeah. Oof.
It's like I can't even understand, because if you think about it, the civil rights movement and the gay rights movement are the same age.
Well,
it started around the same time.
Well, I mean, the thing is, and I mean, I said this on Twitter a while back. I can't remember exactly when, but it's like black people who say shit like that, like they completely erase the fact that there are black LGBTQIA members. So it's like you saying it's not the same, but it's like it's literally niggas in this other movement that's, if not the same, goddamn parallel to the civil rights movement. That like niggas say shit like that, but then quote James Baldwin. So it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there a different James Baldwin that I need to know about? Because I only know one. It's like, y'all be quoting him all the time. I'm like, I think you're missing something.
Ironically, the family originally moved from Akili from their previous Texas border town of Sherman 2 years prior, after Maddie was assaulted at school there.
So why is she going back to Houston?
Maddie was physically assaulted in the boys' restroom in 4th grade, said Rose, and then bullied so bad that by the time she got to 5th grade, her and her brother, who went to the same school, were being taunted to...
So why would she go back to Texas? I don't care if it's another city. I know Houston is a very big city, but still though, why are you going back to Texas?
I think it's because it's a big city and they're hoping to find people who are willing to support and love somebody regardless of their sexual preference or their gender identity.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the most part, in bigger cities, like capital cities, like across the states and stuff, more, not saying it's perfect and not saying it's always the case, but usually those cities are more progressive, or at least pockets of it are more progressive, so it's easier to find like a sense of community in like the metro cities than it is like the outlying cities. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not, and again, it's not a 100%, perfect science, but it's more, it's it's more of a higher percentage that you'll be protected, quote unquote, or find people within the community to shelter you and stuff. But the larger issue is that they shouldn't have to do that.
Right. The larger issue to me is the fact that this young lady cannot find protection no matter where she goes.
Yeah.
And it is not cheap to move your family out of state. It is not cheap to move your family from house to house. $15,000 is not going to cover it. It is not cheap, and they keep getting run out because people cannot mind their own goddamn business.
And can we also point out the fact that she's moving back to Houston, the same Houston that had a hurricane last year, and they're still rebuilding Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're still we don't even know. Like, honestly, I know everyone's saying they're getting back to, they're getting back to themselves, quote unquote. But the news is not going to report on every single neighborhood in Houston. There are still people who are not back up and running, and she'd rather go to that than stay in Oklahoma because y'all can't sit there and eat your food and stop worrying about a bathroom that you don't even use. This is another child. And then you sending her all these disgusting messages. And I want to know why the fuck charges haven't been pressed on every single one of them. Fuck your apology. Fuck all of your apology. You're not sorry. You're sorry you got caught.
According to the National Center for Transgender Equality, over half of transgender students in kindergarten through 12th grade schools have been verbally harassed at school. Around a quarter, 24% of trans youth reported being physically attacked in school, and 13% reported being sexually assaulted because they were trans.
And that's just children.
Mm-hmm.
Where did they learn that shit from? From piece of shit parents like this. Because I'm sorry, you're a piece of shit for teaching your child this.
Mm-hmm.
Just garbage. Castrate them. Do something. You don't need any more children. You don't.
And next. According to a report, Catholic priests abused 1,000 children in Pennsylvania. Bishops and other leaders of the Roman Catholic Church in Pennsylvania covered up child sexual abuse by more than 300 priests over a period of 70 years, persuading victims not to report the abuse and law enforcement not to investigate it, according to a searing report issued by a grand jury on Tuesday. The report, which covered 6 of the state's 8 Catholic dioceses and found more than 1,000 identifiable victims, is the broadest examination yet by a government agency in the United States of child sexual abuse in the Catholic Church. The report said there's likely thousands more victims whose records were lost or who were too afraid to come forward. I'm stumbling over my words because I just want to stop real quick and send out a hearty and hefty and loftily said fuck you to everybody out there who is saying, well, if they just let these priests get married.
So, fun fact, a lot of pedophiles identify as straight. A lot of them are married.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So y'all might want to move on from that. Like, you should let them get married. I'm like, there's some married pedophiles too. That's not the problem.
If by married you mean escort them to the smokestacks, then sure. Otherwise, fuck out of here.
It's like y'all will find every excuse except to blame the actual people.
The report says there are likely thousands more victims whose reports were lost or records were lost or who were too afraid to come forward. Once again, I'm not going to read these stories. I just
Nope.
want to point out that there has been, since I was a kid, since we were all kids, since there have been jokes and stories and just conversations about priests molesting children, about the altar boys getting assaulted. Everybody laughed about the poor altar boys. Motherfucker, it was happening. Where the fuck were you? Movies were made about it. This was real. This is right here in your face. The Pope can't cover this one up. This is right here. What are we doing? What in the world? Doesn't anybody care about the kids?
No, they just care about their image.
Alas.
Mm-hmm.
The grand jury said that while some accused priests were removed from ministry, the church officials who protected them remained in office or even got promotions. One bishop named in the report as vouching for an abusive priest was Cardinal Donald Wuerl, now the Archbishop of Washington. God damn it. In statements released on Tuesday, Pennsylvania's Catholic bishops called for prayers for victims and for the church, promised greater openness, and said that measures instituted in recent years were already making the church safer.
What? They're still alive. What do you mean? The church is made safer. What? They're still alive. They're still working. What the fuck are you talking about? Volcanoes should be full. The volcanoes should be belching right now. What the fuck? What?
Watch.
But several bishops, including Bishop David A. Zubik of Pittsburgh, rejected the idea that the church had even concealed abuse. Quote, "There was no cover-up going on," Zubik said in a news conference on Tuesday. "I think that it's important to be able to state that. We have, over the course of the last 30 years, for sure, been transparent about everything that has, in fact, been transpiring." Church officials followed a playbook for concealing the truth, the grand jury said, minimizing the abuse by using words like inappropriate contact instead of rape, assigning priests untrained in sexual abuse cases to investigate their colleagues, and not informing the community of the real reasons behind removing an accused priest. Quote, "Tell his parishioners that he is on sick leave or suffering from nervous exhaustion, or say nothing at all," the report said. And y'all wonder why folks don't trust the church. I'm going to say it again. I say it all the time as a Christian, but it carries over. You don't need that building. You don't need to be led by men to find God. That doesn't work. They don't know. They're reading from the same Bible you got. How the fuck do they know? Oh, so I was listening to such and such by Nicki Minaj, and God spoke to me, and I got a sermon. God speaks to me too. You know what he tells me? Y'all pastors are mostly full of shit. Y'all are self-serving, money-hungry, ungodly anomalies of earth. Like pimps, players, and hustlers become pastors. And we just laugh about it. Mm-hmm. You can't look, I don't know how else to say this to you. If your pastor is having an affair, or your pastor has children out of wedlock, he has no right to judge anybody else. He has no right to say anything about any gay people in his church. He has no right to speak on people wearing certain clothing in his church. He has no right to do anything. And even if he's not, he has to be accountable for the fact that for years the church has openly kept women out of the pulpit. The church is one of the biggest boys clubs in the world, dog. Like, seriously. They found it in the Bible and they stuck to it like anything. Women are to be seen and not heard in the church. And whoever came up with this idea that pastors are like infallible and are supposed to be believed no matter what, go fuck yourself. Because pastors are some of the biggest liars that you'll ever know. You know how many pastors listen to the same fucking music that you listen to? Do you? I know that you know that your pastor wasn't always a Christian, right? Or Catholic or whatever. You know they weren't always, quote, sanctified, right? That did dawn on you at some point. Before your pastor was a pastor, they were fresh out the joint. Before your pastor was a pastor, they were a gang member. Before your pastor was a pastor, they were just having kids up and down the avenue and just cussing out people and just calling women out of all sorts of names. But then they found the light of the tax-free society of churches, and now they're here taking your money. And you want to believe them? You want to walk with them? Miss me. And all of these folks in this Catholic church can miss me. And all the folks, I'm not fucking done with them people in Oklahoma. The motherfucking Bible Belt needs to get burned down. Because there are some of the most evil people in that motherfucker. And you can't tell me otherwise. The people in the Bible Belt are just horrible towards everybody. And they are just filled with just holier than thou bullshit. And you're not leading anybody to Christ. You're just leading them to a church where somebody else is going to lie to them and steal their money in search of a new church building that'll never come. Niggas ain't dumb. Nigga, where you get that suit? That look like Armani. How you afford that? Oh, I gotta look good for my flock. See, that's when they say that you're their flock, that just means they think you're stupid. Sheep are known as being dumb.
Talking about Goldie.
Shout out to the.
Oh, go ahead.
Shout out to the Electoral College for making a bigoted ass voter in the Bible Belt vote count just as much, if not more, than your progressive vote in a metropolitan city, which is how Trump won. But you know,
I don't have any insights. I don't have any funny pithy quotes. I don't have any jokes or anything like that. I just have this for everybody who knows me and loves me. Just know that I struggle every day with the fact that most of the stuff that I learned in church is bullshit. Most of the stuff that I learned came from actually talking to people, sitting down and learning about their flaws, and then learning how to not be like them. Most stuff that I learned came from actually being around people, good people that the church told me I shouldn't fuck with, and seeing that they were good people. Do you know that in the 80s the church didn't want to fuck with people with AIDS?
Yep.
Did you know that? Jesus is out there on the block healing lepers, and y'all are sending away people because they got HIV, and you want me to help you do what? You want me to pray for a missionary for who? Fuck you.
The church also silently justified the slave trade by using the Bible.
Oh, yeah. Slaves, be good to your masters. Yeah, that's in there.
That's why, like, I understand black people's attachment to the church to a degree, because I do understand the nuance of, especially like what we, our ancestors went through. Christ and Christianity and the church is the only kind of safe haven we had. I do understand that. At the same time, though, my nigga, like, the church, the organized religion aspect of it is so fucking problematic. And that same, piggybacking off Stephanie, like, that same religion was used to justify keeping us as slaves. So it's like, it's hard because I don't want to shit on black people for that nuanced reason, but at the same time, it's like, my nigga, I don't think the pros outweigh the cons, my nigga.
Look, the cons are really outweighing the pros because they're professional con artists, and there is literally no way that you can tell me that my job as somebody who is supposed to be a representative of the Most High, you can tell me that my job is to judge people who walk into your church wearing dirty clothing. You cannot tell me that. And the problem with the church is it is nothing more than social media. The church is right on that same level. Everybody's following with lockstep. Everybody's following behind one person, in this case the pastor. Whatever the pastor says is what everybody else is going to do. Nobody has a mind of their own. That sounds a lot like everything that's going on in the world today. That sounds a lot like social media. Sounds a lot like this country. And we are now to the point where people are scared to use the restroom, where people are scared to walk outside, where women are being attacked and murdered. And none of y'all want to say anything because it doesn't fit your fucking narrative. Take your narrative and wrap it around that cross and sit on it. Go fuck yourself. Rashanii said that. This is what happens when Shantae's not here to talk me the fuck down. Y'all are full of shit and you're horrible people. Some of the meanest people I've ever met were Christians. Runners up were Lutheran and Catholic. Christians are the ones who beat their kids because, quote, spare the rod, spoil the child. They're the ones who feel like it's their God-given goal to populate the earth, to spread their seed, to discount women, to disrespect them, to lord themselves over. They were told in the Bible that they were supposed to lord themselves over the black people. You can't tell me shit. Fuck you. And if you're going to tell me something, you better take me out to lunch and treat me with a lot of respect, because these hands strike quickly. Rainbow, go ahead and do your shout outs. I'm done. Fuck that shit. I'm out.
I want to give you, Rashanii, and Shantae, as always, a shout out. Thank you again for having me, as always. I basically live here now. And excuse me, and I want to give a shout out to Jeremy, who could not have been selected as a better successor to Classic to run the CSPN.
Amen.
And you're doing a bang up job thus far. Combat Jack got his wings. You and Don are doing a hell of a job, and I am waiting on my next arrival at Crown and Collards.
I still haven't been on. I just want to throw that out there real quick. Just real fast. Never been on.
That's all right. It's a damn shame. So we're gonna have to coordinate. We're gonna have to coordinate some shit. No, like for real. Like we
bonus points if we're both on. I mean,
right.
Yeah, I don't think
but like for real. I know, right? But like for real, Rashanii. Like We've been trying to coordinate some shit, but when we record this child, first of all, hell, Bianca be booked and busy hell. We barely record now shit. Bianca be booked and busy hell. we done cut out. We done had to cut our episodes down to like 30 fucking minutes because Bianca be on the go. So, but we're gonna try to.
You know what? While she's on my mind, Bianca, I am so sorry for your loss. Rest in peace to your homegirl. To your friend. Our condolences. I don't know what else to say. Usually I'm not the thoughts and prayers type person, but you are in my heart and you're in my mind. And if you need anything nearly, we're here. I'm sorry, Rainbow, go for it. You were doing your shout outs. And then I got on Jeremy.
Of course. It's Stephanie. I want to give you a shout out, of course, for having me this past Monday and, of course, last week. And I look forward to revisiting your show in the future.
Okay. Me not shed no thug tears.
Stephanie, go for it.
Lordy. Yeah, this was heavy. So shout out to Rainbow for blessing the Mocha Minutes podcast, because homegirl brought the fire and the fury and the ratchet. So I loved every minute of it. Shout out to, of course, my single simulcast family, Rashanii, Shantae, and Jeremy. Yeah, we're going to have to get something together because, look, I can't be just on Ratchet Ramblers. I have so many thoughts. About Ratchet Ramblers.
Them wigs, Karen, them wigs.
Oh, Jesus. Part 2 is coming. Oh, Lord, when Ray get there. And because of Ratchet Ramblers, I am now watching Love and Hip Hop Hollywood.
Theater!
Baby!
Shakespearean! And usually Love and Hip Hop Hollywood be one of the weakest ones, but nigga, Mona been watching. Mona been looking at Black Twitter, seeing us complaining. She done cooked up some shit.
It's like, jeez Louise, Princess is, she my favorite. I didn't realize Brooke Valentine was a goddamn goofy.
Ooh, child.
I'm like, I'm sorry, what now? Oof. Yeah, this is a tangent.
You thought she grew up after a girl fight, huh? You thought she grew up after a few
I should have realized she a goddamn goofy, because who writes a song called Girl Fight? I'm a fighter.
That should have tipped you off. I mean,
what now?
That should have tipped us off, you know.
They really should have. Man, that is my new fave. And Lord, them babies, bless them. Let's see, what other shout outs do I have? I shout out, his name is Peanut on Twitter, because he always tweets about Mocha Minutes, and I love him so much. He is hilariously funny. And he told me, Rainbow, that he officially hates us because of what we said about Nicki's bars about Skippy peanut butter, because apparently that's what's come out of a penis. And I'm like, girl, that just... What in the hell? No man's cum should come out like peanut butter. What the fuck is your problem?
Oh, she hates us now. Okay.
You need to go to a goddamn doctor.
It's like, what?
That's what we said.
What in the free clinic on Friday hell are you talking about?
Ooh, kid.
But oh goodness.
She hates us because
no, Peanut was just, he loved the conversation. Oh, and Ricky did too. Shout out to Ricky.
He
did. He's doing something maniacal with my show's logo, and I'm giving him free reign. I should be scared, but I'm not. So I'm very excited about that. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary in September, and I'm still trying to decide what I want to do. So I'm excited for that.
And you're dangerously close to your 50th, I see. Yes.
I am. Oh my gosh. Both of those milestones are coming up, and that is just wow, crazy to me. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's all my shout outs. Oh, this was heavy. I have to say, I struggle a lot with Christians who forget the Christ in their title and what Christ really is. And Christ is love. He is not judgment. He is not hate. He is not about othering. And to watch so many people use him to do it is just heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's just heartbreaking. Because I'm like, are y'all not reading the same Bible I am? Because I think y'all missing some stuff. But you know who else knows the Bible? The devil. So maybe y'all are sitting with him while y'all read this. Because y'all can't be sitting with any angels or Jesus while you read this. I'm sorry. It just hate just does not work with love. It just doesn't. And I need more of y'all to remember that. Hashtag y'all.
For real. And get the cross out your pussy. Just, please, just get it together, people. Just get it together. That's all I'm saying.
Get the cross out.
That is Richard Pryor. That is Richard Pryor. That is none of me.
That scene really just came to my mind from The Exorcist. It's like, sheesh.
Jeremy, go for it.
So yeah, shout out to y'all, my single Simulcast family. Literally, I just hopped on. I was like, "Oh, y'all niggas recording? Oh, my drunk ass want to hop on. So let's do it. Hey, it's live. We live, baby." But yeah, shout out to everybody at CSPN. We just launched a new podcast called Mama Meets World with my friend Bree. It's dope, and y'all should check it out. Rainbow, thank you for those kind words. First of all, I don't know why the hell y'all asses decided to make me vice president of any goddamn thing, but good luck, everybody. Cause woo, child. But yeah, we got some things cooking over there at CSPN, and thank you to everyone that supported me and Don as we try to take the network to a new direction and a new level and all that good stuff. And shout out to everyone who supported Mocha Minutes and Single Simulcast, and congratulations on your upcoming 1-year anniversary, Stephanie. That's huge. I'm proud of you. And proud of Rashanii and Shantae. You got the things that y'all are doing over here, and that's all I really got. And Nicki Minaj, go to hell.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 or a quick weave. Get your GMO booty ass down there.
One more thing. One more thing, cause we didn't get to talk about it because we had other. But let this be a lesson on this day, on the year of our Lord, August 17th, 2018. Let today be a lesson. Don't you ever disrespect the throat that is Tevin Campbell ever.
David.
Woo!
The Joe Love eating ghetto. No, the fuck you will not, ma'am.
Not today.
Not today. Not any day.
We will not have it all. We will not have it.
We will not have it. Man, Whew.
Your musical
I came back. I looked at that so late. I saw it so late. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? What's Tevin Campbell still with us? Okay, great. And I'm like, oh damn, not again.
Your musical.
Oh no.
Your musical opinions have been shouted from the mountain.
You know what?
She is, man, love it. Baby, what is you doing? It's like, no, this is a bad idea. But what I love is so many people went, I think the fuck not. It's like, what are you talking about?
Before we logged on, I saw at least 2 celebrities. Listen, when Misdemeanor Elliott is like, we will not have it. Listen. Before we started recording, not even before we started recording, but I just happened to log on Twitter while we were recording, and I saw Wale talking about no Tevin Campbell slander. Listen, let me tell you something. If there was ever a time, if you were ever wondering about the phrase should have just sat down and ate your damn food, this is the time. Let this be a case study. Let this be a case study for several things. Stand in your damn lane, sitting there eating your damn food, and minding your goddamn business. Cause listen, let me tell you, this is also a case study of when you do clownery, eventually the clown comes back to bite.
Yeah.
And let it also be a case study of not everybody would hate you, quote unquote, if you learned how to act like you had some damn sense beforehand, and then people wouldn't air out their grievances with you when you're on the Summer Jam screen for something totally different than your behavior. Because baby,
they couldn't wait. It was like, I didn't realize so many people had axes to grind. I'm like, oh damn.
And listen, why are we here?
Last words.
Why are we here?
Go.
I want us, and I'm saying us, hashtag y'all, hashtag us the collective. If people have access to grind, let them grind them.
Please.
Let them grind, because y'all be looking the fuck stupid. Listen, let me tell you something. Ain't now none of us on these interwebs. If our name is not Beyonce, Giselle, Knowles, Carter, ain't none of us that goddamn important where we have haters, quote unquote. Listen, sometimes, motherfuckers just be loud and wrong and do loud and wrong shit. And that just is what the fuck it is. And sometimes you've been such a head ass and said so much shit to piss people off in the past. And shit, honestly, to be perfectly goddamn honest, still continuing. But the point being, sometimes motherfuckers just have time. And that just is what the fuck it is. And sometimes, honestly, often, a lot of times, but you know, whatever. If people feel like talking about why they don't like somebody, either on an ordinary day or when they on the Summer Jam screen, let that person do that. Because I feel like a lot of us get to performing with that shit when most of us do that any fucking way. It just depends on if the target is somebody that we like or not. If we keep it all the way funky and 100, sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up and let niggas die. I'm sorry. Like, sometimes you just gotta let motherfuckers die on these hills by themselves because y'all end up looking the fuck stupid, having empathy overload. Listen, if a motherfucker didn't like Love It before today and they decided today was the day that they had time, what business? If you in fact agreed that Love It's tweets was head ass, I don't understand dying on the hill for that motherfucker. For people that don't like her for other reasons.
Me neither.
Like, it can't be both. Like, sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up, dog.
It can't.
Sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up.
Yes.
It really can't.
Yes.
It's not the same thing. Go ahead.
This Single Simulcast, episode 313. Thank y'all so much for listening. We greatly appreciate you. We're out. Peace.
Bye.
This is Single Simulcast.
Don't know by now that you slip.